everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Annalise, and in this video I'm going to be showing you a few things that I do to take care of myself both mentally and physically. Something I've been doing more and more of lately is going on walks throughout the week. The weather is finally nice here in the Northeast, and I've been taking full advantage of it. So much of our lives are spent online these days, whether we're working at the computer or scrolling through our phones. I've really enjoyed reconnecting with nature on these walks. I usually listen to music or listen to a podcast while I'm walking, and I try to put my phone on Do Not Disturb so that I can get a little bit of time away from the rest of the world. It allows me to slow down and process my own thoughts better. When I was filming for this video, I ended up appreciating my surroundings more than ever. When I finally looked up from my phone and witnessed the world around me, I realized how lucky I am to live this close to nature and this close to the ocean. Another habit that I've had for quite a while now is personal fitness. If you're a subscriber, you know that I do weightlifting 4 or 5 times a week. A few years ago, I had a really unhealthy outlook on working out. I was working out to be skinny and to burn calories, and I was basically using it as a form of punishment. Weightlifting changed my mindset on fitness completely. I'm working out to feel strong and confident. I like that I'm able to set small goals and then achieve them each week. I would be lying if I didn't say that I liked how it makes me look, but that's not the main component anymore. Working out makes me feel sane, and it gives my week a sense of structure. As I mentioned before, the sun has been out and about recently. I've started to spend at least a little bit of my time outside every day, whether that be going on walks, going on runs, or even just sunbathing with sunscreen, of course. I grew up in Florida, and I definitely did not appreciate the sun when I was there. Now that I've experienced a full-on northeastern winter, I'm very grateful to be getting some vitamin D back in my life. It's been improving my mood a lot to just be able to sit in the sun whenever I want, and I have a feeling I'm really going to miss it when we start to go back into autumn. Come on out. Come on. You wanna sunbathe with me? Hi. I am just going to quickly put on a sheet mask because you can you can't see it on camera, but you can kind of see some fine lines, and I've recently realized that this is due to dehydration and not just aging. I talked about this in my acne video. This stuff, it's been a lifesaver recently. And now I'm just gonna look like a sleep paralysis demon for like 15 minutes and then take it off, and my skin will look great. I just want to quickly come in and tell you about a few more things that I use for like physical self-care. The first one is this, which is it's a sleeping mask. And this is so good. It's like a jelly, and whenever I use this, I end up waking up with like the most moisturized, glowy skin. So I use this when I just want to feel a little bit better about myself. And then also something else that I'm going to talk about is I've been using like this loofah. This is wet because I was just in the shower before, but I've been using this loofah, and I literally just got this from like the grocery store. But it's been so good for my skin, and I've been doing this like a few times per week, and it's just made such a big difference, and it just feels like I'm really like pampering myself when I do this. So those are just like a couple of extra things that I do. Back to voiceover, Annalise. Reading is something that I don't do nearly enough of, but whenever I pick up the habit again, I'm always confused as to why I don't do it more. I primarily love to read fiction novels because I love how I can immerse myself in someone else's world and forget about my own for a little bit. It can be so relaxing and entertaining at the same time, and I love when I find a new author that I like. So I have 2 books here that I'm reading. One of them you've seen before. I got this, I think I showed this book in my vlog about deleting social media, and I got this book and I have not finished it. It's a nonfiction book talking about trauma and how we cope with it, how we deal with it, and sort of the neuroscience behind it. So it's very much like an academic sort of read. That's part of why I've taken like a while to kind of get through it, because it's not like a super quick, fast-paced read. I do have some background in it, so I kind of understand the neuroscience aspects of it a bit more than, you know, somebody without a psych background would. But it is so interesting, and honestly I really wanted to read this because it's been a while since I've been in school, and so I think that the best thing that you can do once you're out of school is to just keep learning. You know, you don't have to stop learning about new topics just because you're done with your formal education. It talks a lot about veterans who have PTSD, which is really interesting, but also a lot of the content is quite sad. So just, you know, a trigger warning on that one, because it is some heavy material. It kind of talks about this doctor's experience researching trauma and PTSD, and it kind of takes us through how the mental health space has evolved and how psychiatry and psychology has evolved to treat patients with PTSD. So very interesting read, especially if you're interested in psychology or interested in PTSD and trauma specifically. And then, of course, for fiction, this is currently the book I'm reading. This book is called If We Were Villains, and it sort of has a very similar vibe to The Secret History by Donna Tartt, except with like theater kids, but they're like Shakespearean theater kids. I'm very much still at the beginning, so I don't know exactly what's going to happen yet, but I suspect there's some crimes that occur. So if you liked The Secret History, I feel like you'll probably like this book as well. So those are just some of the simple self-care habits I've been doing lately. Let me know what you do for self-care in the comments, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for another video. Bye!